Hi guys, Ape here of the PocketBot Collective, and today we're gonna have a look at another core class pretender, Bomb Burst. But before we get into the figure, let's have a look what he comes with. He comes in the little legacy core class boxes that we've all gotten to know by now, and of course he has a set of instructions. Now, my box is a little beat up from the mail, and that's of course the danger of these boxes. They're not the sturdiest. When you find them in stores, they're usually fine, but yeah, in the mail they can get dented and whatnot. But yeah, it's the standard little boxes. It has some nice artwork on there, and of course the product shots on the back. Not much more to say about that. Pretty cool, this. Don't know why they gave him his weapon backwards though, because I'm pretty sure in G1 the spiky bits were pointing forward to do maximum damage. Alright, that was the box. Instructions, same thing. Weapon, what I believe to be backwards. I mean, if I had that weapon, I would hold it the other way around. But we'll get to that. Fairly straightforward. QR code on the back if you want to scan his tech specs. There we go. And everything else that he comes with is already incorporated into his alt mode. And it is a pretty cool looking alt mode. Very reminiscent of his G1 toy. Little bit of paint there. I think that's even a separate piece. Nice vents up there. Little nozzle there that's blast effect compatible. When we get to the base, to the bottom, then yeah, everything starts to show. But even there, some nice details on the wings. Mechanical bat wings. But of course you see the legs, you see the arms, you see his face. One thing that this alt mode lacks is the arms to tap in securely. I mean, there is a little slot and notch there to at least prevent this a bit from moving, but the back doesn't tab in at all. But it's fine. He holds up well. And he looks very cool. Right, let's do a couple alt mode comparisons, shall we? Here he is with a standard Iron Factory car, Run Amok, Iron Factory jet, Sandstorm, and that scales pretty well. And Hasbro's core class jets, which also scales nicely. Now, let's go get him transformed, and you can see his accessories as well. And that is that, a very simple yet effective transformation, and he becomes an awesome little figure. I've left these arm cannons on, but you can just take them off if you want a bit of a cleaner look. Of course, the arm cannons were also on the G1 toy. Let's have a quick look at them. Nicely sculpted. The bat wings at the bottom. He can, because it's a 3mm port, he can just hold it as a handheld weapon as well. And if you want to, you can mash them together, and he has a bigger club, axe, whatever you want to call it. So that is a option. He also has his melee weapon. Very cool. Also 3mm port, so you can just give that in his hand and he can wreak some havoc with it. Now, to have a look at the figure itself, he is very well done. All ball joints for articulation, hips, knees, elbows, shoulders, nothing at the wrist. Does have a slight ankle, well, slight, a good ankle tilt. Doesn't rotate. And of course the hinges on the heel and the toes. So you can get a decent range. As you saw in transformation, he also has waist swivel. And the head can swivel around as well. Not a full 360 because his jaw hits his shoulders. But just like iguanas, this is very cool. I love the blend of inner robot, outer shell, and the alt mode. I think these are shining examples of what core class can be. Obviously, he has a little backpack, but it's not too bad. And what the instructions show is if you want to store all of this, let me do it this way around, you can put the wing sections on his backpack and obviously still store his weapon in there the same way it was stored in vehicle mode. Now, hang on. What are we doing? See, you can give him this look with the wings, which from the front looks okay, but the backpack needs to be extended to accomplish this, because if you flip it in, then it just sits like that. There's no room to rotate them. So I don't bother with that. I actually like him without these sections on his arms, because it gives him a little bit of a cleaner look. And then with his weapon, of course. There, let's give him a bit of a stance, shall we? Maybe lower that weapon for a minute. There we go. Very cool. I like what Hasbro is doing with these little figures. As for some comparisons, here he is with Iron Factory's Runabout. And with his previous toy release, that was from Power of the Primes, the little bomb burst, or blood as he's called in Japan. Now this is a very nice update to this little Prime Master figure, which, yeah, I have them, but the gimmick doesn't really work that well. This is a much better gimmick, in my opinion. And here he is with my other Legend class pretenders. Of course, Iguanus from the Core class line, and Bludgeon from the Cyberverse line. And yes, Bludgeon is that little bit bigger, but I think this still works. What I don't get though is why Hasbro made Skullgrin in a larger size class. That just does not work with these guys. Why couldn't they make him small like these guys? That would have been perfect. This is an excellent range. But with Skullgrin being that tall, I'm not in on him, unfortunately. It doesn't work. So yeah. All in all, excellent little figure. And I do hope we see more of these guys. Come on, focus. I do hope we see more of these guys in the core class line. Because it would be excellent to get more of these. Alright. What do you think about him? How do you feel about Skullgrin being bigger? Let me know. Drop a comment. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Ape out.